and get the police back on the streets where they belong and not following around the mayor with a security detail.
You know how hard it's gonna be for Tiffany to go back to driving herself around? Just think about that for a second. Just that by itself. Tiffany driving around in a Honda Civic. Just saw a Honda Civic. See her in a Honda Civic just pumping gas. I love Honda Civics, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't sitting at a position of power and making about close to $300,000 a year on some sneaky. I'm just saying, she not gonna like that if she gotta do it. That's what I'm saying to you. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, and get into the comments and let me know what you think about this. And you better have good things to say, because this is what should have happened the last time. This is who was supposed to be the mayor in the first place. These people never should have had to deal with what they had to deal with. There should have never been a Tiffany as the mayor. That should have never happened. It was supposed to be this guy. I've said it a trillion times. It was always supposed to be House. It just was. It was supposed to be House. And now they are, it's running time, okay? It's running time, okay? Tiffany is about to be out. Now, what I want to know is they're out here having a good old time, you know, giving their speeches. The trustees is up for re-election. You know, some of them up for re-election. They running back to be trustees. And then there's the mayor. Who's running to be the mayor? House, who I said, okay? Clean house. Cute. That's a cute little title for the running thing. Clean house, okay? But what I want to know is, what's Tiffany doing today? What's Tiffany doing today? This happened today, as in Sunday. You guys will get this tomorrow because I already posted a video. I didn't know. I would have went live. But I wonder what Tiffany, I can't see this and not wonder what Tiffany was doing when this was happening. Was she stewing somewhere? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. She definitely was somewhere stewing. Okay. Some of her minions were out. They were like, you know, in the audience pretty far back. You could barely hear them. They don't understand how microphones work and that we can't hear you when you're outside and far away and you're screaming. Can't hear you. But she tried to send them out to do what they could do. It didn't work, but you know, she had to try. Okay. But I just like to wonder what she was doing, what she was wearing, if she had her wig on. Of course she did. We're going to watch and listen to some hope from Mr. House, okay, who was supposed to be the mayor in the first place. He was supposed to be the mayor in the first place, okay? He didn't want to do it. But he's here now. He now sees his mistake. I'm not going to blame you, House. You know, you could have prevented all this because you're here now. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. For us YouTubers who love the Tiffany drama, you know, we're all going to be out, you know, because there's going to be peace and serenity in Dalton. We won't have the thing to make fun of anymore. I'm happy for them. And I'm glad that I was right, that it was supposed to be House. Mama likes to be right. Let's see what he got to say.
So when we first came to do this about a week ago, we talked about it and they said, well, you're going to be mayor. You got to have a great speech. I wrote a great speech. I really got to write. But I'm going to ask if a little bit of permission here because I want to go a little bit off. So I want to use this as an outline. You may see me kind of jumping back and forth, but the spirit hit me saying that this is also an opportunity for me just to give an introduction to those of me to those that don't know me, reintroduction to those that that do. I'm not a natural public speaker, so this is a new platform and new for me. I've had the opportunity for the last 7 years to serve as a village trustee. I'm also not a politician. I got into this as a public servant. I'm here to serve the people of the great village of Dalton.
You can tell he's nervous in between each, like when he says stuff, he does this out breathe, which is actually extremely hopeful. Like this is great because he's not in it for like Tiffany wanted power. When somebody wants power, you don't want power just to have power. Like when you want power, it's because you want to control people. You want to control, like you want people to fear you. Like you want to Like there's something negative already inherently. That's why most politicians are dirty. It's because they want those positions of power. They want the power. See, like he just wanted to help. House just wanted to be helpful. He thought he could do it from his chair. He can't. He can't. So that's why he didn't want to do it, even though like in the background, he'll stand up and he'll take the leadership roles of these things they're doing. Because, you know, he wants to get the things done, he'll do that. But he didn't want to be the mayor because he's not in it for power, which is what's going to make him a great mayor. I don't know if he knows this, but that is what is actually going to make him a great mayor. Right? It's all the good stuff without that weird thing where you just want power, control.
Having said that, I am Jason House, the senior trustee, mayor pro tem here for the Village of Dalton. Together with my colleagues on the board, we have been steadfast in our efforts to stop the gross mismanagement and abuse of power that people have seen in the village today.
Yes.
So having said that, we've got many things that have been credibly reported in the news that it's just time to stop. As my brother Kevin Bowen says, we have to change the narrative around Dalton, and that begins today.
Yep. He gonna take away my ability to make fun of stuff. It's okay. I forgive you, House.
Take a moment to pause and thank my colleagues on the board. We've become family. We are family. And without them, this does not happen. So I want to take a moment to give a great thanks to Trustee Tammy Brown, staying over there, Trustee Brittany Norwood, Trustee Kiana Belcher, my brother, former trustee Edward Steve, and this amazing woman, the village clerk, Allison Key. So we also have to stop and thank, and I know many people have done that, the owner of this establishment, Free Indeed, Dr. Nicole Scott. We want to make sure that we support this. We will turn this place around and get this moving forward.
Yes, honey.
Also, DQ's Barbecue. I know that everybody, I'm actually going to speed up in a moment because I know everybody's hungry for that food. We got some ribs, we got chicken. So we want to make sure everybody's stomach is well fed today.
I want some ribs and chicken. What about me?
So ladies and gentlemen, I know we've all seen the troubling events that have come through the village of Dalton recently. We got grand jury subpoenas, we got grand juries convened, subpoenas coming out with investigations into the activities of the mayor, gross mismanagement of money,
Yes.
the FBI out here interviewing employees, business owners, and vendors.
Yes.
We've seen all kind of spending, countless spending on Vegas trips, first-class flights, luxury hotels, and fine
Hey, look, she a classy broad. What do you want her to do? Just kidding.
dining, all on the taxpayers. We've also seen $1 million a year of security following around one individual instead of being on the streets where they belong. Meanwhile, we have pensions going unfunded, bills going unpaid. The lawsuits come in one after another. Legal fees are skyrocketing, and year after year, we got multi-million-dollar deficits that we have to face and cure. I'm sure we know it doesn't have to be this way. But with every challenging time in our village's history, we also see great hope and opportunity for what's next. And what's next is going to come with a powerful and decisive vision for what Dalton's future. We're not going to have a vision that's embroiled with subtraction or division. It's going to be one that does inclusion, addition and multiplication.
He's stumbling all over his words. He's not a public speaker, and that's good news. Okay, that means he's not gonna blow smoke up your ass. That's what it means. People who are good public speakers, especially ones who are seeking power, rarely tell the truth. They don't. It's a show. It's a script. You know. So the fact that he's stumbling over his words is actually good news.
We're going to bring everybody together, compromise, and work with one another. We're going to have a vision that operates with transparency, openness, open the doors to the Village Hall of Dalton. Taxpayers right now can't even walk in their own building.
Damn.
We're going to respect the viewpoints of differing of people, and we're going to sit down in a manner that they don't feel threatened. We're going to have a vision that's not based on self-promotion or political ambiguity. It's going to be a vision that's around unity for everybody in our town. It's going to be the unity with our park district, unity with the school board, unity with the library boards. We cannot forget our business community. What about our churches? We got to make sure all are included in this vision, and it can happen. It will happen.
There you go. He's so nervous.
So
That's what
today, I'm here to proudly announce my candidacy for mayor of Dalton in February of 2025.
Yes, called it.
Our team together, I'm pleased that I have the opportunity to run with incumbent trustee Brittany Norwood, incumbent trustee Kiana Belcher, spinning the block is what I heard, with former trustee Edward Steve and clerk Allison Key. Together we make a team, and we make that mighty fist that's gonna strike the blow that bring us back.
Yes.
We have a couple of points that we're gonna emphasize throughout our campaign. We wanna talk about ethics reform. We want to restore the balances of checks and the checks and balances that this government was built on. We want to make sure that the people in our community no longer fear the mayor's office and operate in that light.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Because these people done been groomed to be unhelpful. Like the finance manager, okay? I'm not even going to attempt to say her name, okay? It's a hard name. Dijonais. Or something like that. I don't know. Miss Dijonais. I wonder if he'll be able to just do away with these people. But you know what's so funny about House? He probably will still try not to. He'll probably try not to get rid of these people. Like, basically like what Tiffany did. You know, like because she want to bring in a bunch of crooked people, a bunch of yes men. Like, he'll probably attempt to try to keep these people. He'll probably try it. Like just because of who he is. He probably won't just throw these people away just because they were a part of her thing. If that's my guess. I bet that's what he'll try to do when he gets in. He'll still try to do that. Because he's a good guy. He's like the nice guy, which, in all honesty, he needs a clean slate. But, you know, grace is beautiful. And that's a very graceful thing to do.
It's an open door policy. We're going to have reforms around public safety, working with our officers to make sure that we can once again come hand in hand, become connected to our community stakeholders, and get the police back on the streets where they belong and not following around the mayor with a security detail.
Yes, honey.
We're going to have balanced budgets. And
it's going to be tough for Tiffany to get back to not driving around with this security, y'all. That's going to be hard. You know how hard it's going to be for Tiffany to go back to driving herself around? Just think about that for a second. Just that by itself. Just think about that. Tiffany driving around in a Honda Civic. I don't know. I just saw a Honda Civic. It may not be a Honda Civic, you know. But she takes me as somebody who's terrible with money. So it may be a Honda Civic. She might run out of money. It might be why she's using all the town's money all the time for stuff she ain't supposed to. But I just see her in a Honda Civic just pumping gas. You know what I'm saying? I love Honda Civics. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't sitting at a position of power and making about close to $300,000 a year on some sneaky shit. So I'm just saying, she not going to like that if she got to do it. That's what I'm saying to you.
Those balanced budgets are going to account for all of the mismanagement we've seen over the last years.
Ooh.
We're going to bring our audits current, and we're no more fancy flights, no more first class trips, no more security detail. We're going to save this town $1 million a year with one fatal swoop.
Yeah, they spend $1 million a year just because of her little detail and her little flights and stuff like that. That shit is crazy. Like, she was spending some money, honey. Talking about some grant.
All of our financials will be posted transparently on the village's website and made accessible for anybody that wants to see them.
Imagine that.
Fourthly, we have to come to our economic development. And we will make sure that we're able to develop the retail and industrial base in Dalton. We will be promoting those who do sales tax initiatives, and that sales tax can come to the village of Dalton. So that way we don't have to press and keep on trying to raise taxes when we have a thriving business community. We're tired of seeing businesses shut down. We've got way more businesses shut down. I don't know if we've even opened a business yet in this administration. At least 10 businesses closed, can't get their business license. They got to fight for that. No more. It's time out for that.
Uh-oh. Dang, it really kind of puts in perspective on how much she fucked up while she's in there. Like, they had not one business open. Not one? 4 years? Not one single business has opened. But a shit ton of them have closed. The ones that were there closed. And not one new one has opened. She was trying to turn this town into a ghost town in like record time. I think that was like the mission. She was trying to break a record.
So in conclusion, I think the most important thing that I want to stress and reemphasize is we have the right team. We have a winning team. Our team will be changing the narrative around the village of Dalton, and we will be restoring order, decency, and dignity to this community. So with that, I want to close and say thanks to everybody for coming out. I have to say God bless them, God to the firefighters who came, so we want to thank you for your engagement. I did miss a couple of acknowledgments, so I want to also, I saw a couple of former trustees. I want to give them their praise because they've been supportive, and they are some of the pillars that have helped us. I saw former trustee Robert Pearson. Where's former trustee Pearson? Saw former trustee Dwayne Muhammad. Is he still with us? Thank you. I saw Thornton Township trustee leading the charge on that side, Chris Gonzalez. See if I missed any other elected officials.
Man, Chris Gonzalez is the reason they in this mess in the first place. He's the one who called out Tiffany's name and got her elected as the Thornton Township. I'll never let that go. I'm always going to remember that. He's the one who said, who nominated her, who all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just goes, Tiffany Henyard. Who asked for that, Gonzalez? The answer is nobody, but whatever.
Yes, and we talked about our partnerships. We talked about some of our partnerships. We have the president of our library board, Louise Copeland, here with us. Over the 3 years that we've been fighting, it's been taken, and I hate that we've been fighting, but we wouldn't be able to do. The only thing that's been consistent in terms of messaging and a way for people to express themselves have been tea with the trustees, and that would not be possible without some of my partners at the Park District. I see Commissioner Sandra Wells is present. Where's Commissioner Wells? I got Commissioner Willis Harris present here with us. I'm gonna put him on the spot because this is my brother. I see we look alike, and whenever something goes wrong, I say my name is Willis Harris.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Because that Lightfoot lady is right now still digging around in the vault for evidence. And this whole, because you know, Tiffany's gonna do smear campaigns on everybody. You know she is. She gonna make the town pay for it. You do? If I know Tiffany, that's what Tiffany gonna do. Okay, this is what she gonna do. So it'd be funny if like some of the little things that Lightfoot finding out are coming out during this, you know, campaign time. So we get to learn all the little tidbits, little evidence of stuff during this. That would be great. Lightfoot, I know you ain't gonna see this, but I'm gonna send it out to you in like a cosmic, there, get the message, all right?
He does it to me, so we just try to see who can get each other the most. Have to give a complete. This podium came last minute because of kind of miscommunication and things, and I picked up the phone and called the president of the Park District Board, and in no time, with a snap of his fingers, we got to hear President Cleo Jones.
Teamwork, making the dream work.
So having said that, we're gonna have these partnerships. We will continue, we will grow, we will be bigger and better, and I'm just asking everybody to support us with a clean house, Dalton 2025.
We're gonna get us a new mayor. He's gonna put me out of business. He's gonna come in, he's gonna do such a good job, I'm gonna have nothing to make fun of anymore. Tiffany's gonna be gone, unless Tiffany just hovers around and keeps doing bullshit. That'd be great too. For me, not for them so much, but for me. Because I really do enjoy making fun of Tip Tip. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it yet. But it's like my new heart's joy. Every once in a while, I find some person who really deserves a good roasting, and I'm obliged to just give them what they require. I'm happy to know that I was right, not to gloat, but I was right. House was supposed to be the mayor in the first place. It was never meant to be Tiffany. Okay, the universe has corrected itself. He's definitely going to win, because in actuality, when Tiffany won, she didn't even win. He won, but I think he pulled himself off. Like he didn't necessarily want it, but he is the person who actually got the most votes. That's crazy. That's something. Ain't that something? He was supposed to already be the mayor. Tiffany never should have happened. We would have never known, us in the whole world outside of Dalton would have never known about any of that. Would have never known about Dalton, period, had it not been for that decision and her becoming the mayor, because she immediately started kicking up shit. I mean, they tried to get rid of her like 3 weeks after she got in. Like she started fucking up immediately. You hear me? Immediately. Okay. All right. Y'all behave. Okay. So I'm not gonna do it. Absolutely not. I mean, why bother? I could try, I guess, but I mean, there's no fun in that. Congratulations, Dalton. You're gonna have a new mayor. It's not even a question. He's definitely gonna win, just so you know. But mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh. Peace.